And welcome to the Kenneth for Cameron Law Office Legal Podcast, looking at recent cases. And in this edition, we look at the United States Supreme Court case of Missouri versus McNeely. In this case, the U.S. Supreme Court required a warrant, in this case before the taking of blood in a DWI case. Respondent McNeely was stopped by Missouri police for speeding and crossing the center line. After declining to take a breath test to measure his blood alcohol, he was arrested and taken to a nearby hospital for blood testing. The officer here never attempted to secure a search warrant. McNeely refused to consent to the blood test, but the officer directed a lab technician to take a sample. McNeely's blood alcohol tested well above the legal limit, and he was charged with DWI. McNeely moved to suppress the blood test result, arguing that the taking of his blood without a warrant, in this case, violated his Fourth Amendment rights. The trial court agreed, concluding that the exigency exception to the warrant requirement did not apply because, apart from the fact that McNeely's blood alcohol was dissipating, no circumstances suggest that the officer faced an emergency. The Missouri Supreme Court affirmed, relying upon Schmerber versus California, in which the court upheld a DWI suspect's warrantless blood test, where an officer might reasonably have believed that he was confronted with an emergency, in which delay necessarily was there to obtain a warrant under that circumstances, and that threatened the destruction of evidence. In this case, however, the state court found that the routine DWI investigation, where no other factors other than the natural dissipation of blood alcohol suggest that there was an emergency, and there was also non-consent. This therefore violated McNeely's right to be free from unreasonable searches of his person. The United States Supreme Court, on appeal, affirmed that and required that there should have been a warrant. And that's Missouri versus McNeely, 133, Supreme Court 1552, decided in 2003. For other cases, visit website njlaws.com. And for representation in DWI cases, contact the Law Office of Kenneth for Cameron at 732-572-0500 in New Jersey. Thank you and good luck.